So, after much fan demand, I've got a part 2. Here is You're an Idiot If, part 2. If you're afraid of snakes or rats. Now, I'm not saying don't be cautious around these creatures, but I'm saying if you were deathly ill, like there's this lady at my job who, like, you can't show a picture of a snake to. Like, if I, do one of these, like, have my phone up and I do one of these, shaking, quivering, in her like custom baby seal leather boots because she'll have nightmares. That's what I'm talking about. Like if you were that scared of snakes and rats that like the concept of them shakes you to your core, your immortal core, you're kind of an idiot. If you believe in Appalachian horrors, I'm talking Wendigos, Skinwalkers, shit like that. That kind of goes in with the cryptids, but they seem to be kind of in their own category, so I felt like mentioning them separately. But yeah, if you believe in Appalachian horrors, genuinely, you're an idiot, bro. I'm sorry to tell you this. Oh my god, dude. If you fall, listen number 3, by the way. If you fall for a fucking scam, like, are you serious? Like, all scams are. And I get tons of scams, Every single scam is always just like, some dude, pretending to be X person this, X person that, they're reaching out on behalf of blank. You're so fucking stupid. Like, genuinely so stupid. I can't stand it. Old people, man. It's the generation that literally said, don't believe everything you hear. Don't trust everyone that, walks up to you and says blank, blah, blah, blah. And then they're like, yes, I'll give you my social security number, 555. Like, what? Oh my god, it's so pathetic. And it's sad that people are that genuinely fucking stupid. I'm sorry, your grandma got scammed, bro. That's her fault. That's kind of her fault. If you follow secret codes or, quote unquote, prison rules, I can't stand shit like that. Don't oh my god, don't cross the pole. Like, don't split the pole. Don't split the pole. That type of shit. You're a fucking idiot, man. There's no correlation. Like, oh, it's supposed to mean that nothing will ever come between us. Like, alright, Jessica, I just fucking met you. Oh my god, and like, just anything like that, bro. I can't stand like secret codes and traditional things and like, oh, blank this because you're supposed to always blank and show blank. Shut up. I hate that. If I go to prison, I'm gonna get fucked over. Probably literally because I'm not following that shit. It's dumb. It's fucking dumb. If you wear rebel clothing, you are just an idiot. It's just that plain. If you're out here really repping the rebel flag on your, shirt, pants, coat, hoodie, your fucking truck, whatever, then you are genuinely a fucking idiot. And people will try to say, like, oh, it's not racist, it's heritage. Alright, buddy, if it's heritage, then your heritage is 4 years of failure. Congratulations. It's 4 years of failure. Racial subjugation. There's no getting around that. There's no taking the racism out of this. It's just fucking... Like, I'm a Southern boy. I've got Southern pride. I like being Southern. I like my y'alls, and all that. I like all that, man. I'm a Southern boy, and you ain't gonna ever take that out of me. That being said, get the fucking rebel flag off. Every time I see someone with a rebel flag, t-shirt or whatever, I say, oh man, that guy's got some shit on him. Because that's what that is. You got some shit on you. Because I would rather genuinely rather be caught with actual shit on my face or my body than having a rebel flag somewhere on my face or body. Genuinely. Up next is if you were the type of person to act like, or also if you just straight up are, Cynthia Erivo and fucking Ariana Grande. I have never seen a weirder pair of people to actually be like that famous. Like I've seen people weirder than them and cringier than them, but like usually it's in like YouTube videos and shit like that. I've never seen a more strange pair of like people, and they're fucking weird, bro. Like they're actually fucking weird. They are the sole reason I have no interest in seeing Wicked. I like The Wizard of Oz, you know. Like, what bundle of sticks doesn't like The Wizard of Oz? I like The Wizard of Oz. I don't want to see Wicked. You know, I saw every other adaptation thus far. I don't. It is so fucking weird. And I know that in the movie, they're going to be normal people because, like, it's, you know, the movie, like, they have to be. Even, like, Jared Leto is, like, a normal person in his movies, except for, like, when he's not. But, like, no, seriously, like, they have killed that franchise for me. And then everything I see, I just it's so much more. It's so there's no end to the weirdness. Like a fucking helicopter was flying overhead in one of the clips I saw, and they start having a fucking panic attack. Like, unless you fucking served in the military, like was she in fucking Nam? Then I'd say okay maybe, but like, bro, I can't stand Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo. Alright, next two are gonna be a 2-for-1. Last video I had a 2-for-1. This one I'm having a 2-for-1. Anyways, if you gatekeep fandoms, you're an idiot, bro. Like, why would you actively try to keep people out? Like, that's just more fans. That's just more people. That's more people that you can talk to, more people that you can chat with. You know, more people that show your interest, your hobby. And the next one is if you are one of those people in a fandom. You know, I'm talking like, you know, the weird, you know, we all know that Princess Celestia is depicted to be a tyrant, a dictator, and God forbid a child. Those ones. I'm talking about those ones. Those people that like leave marks on fandoms. Man, I can't. Like if you're doing all that, like just stop, please don't do that. Because you're genuinely an idiot if you do. Genuinely. Alright, so this next one might be a bit of a spicy one, but if you ask me, it shouldn't be a bit of a spicy one. Because if you don't fucking vaccinate or vaccinate your children, you're an idiot, bro. You're a fucking idiot. You know, oh, they're putting blah 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 in the vaccinations. No, they're not. Oh, they're putting government drones in the no, they're not. You know, vaccinations do not cause autism. They don't cause this. They don't cause that. They don't cause yada yada yada. Whatever you want to fucking add. You're just a fucking idiot if you don't vaccinate. If you don't vaccinate, it doesn't work. You know, it only works when everyone does it. And I genuinely, like, just, you know, if you don't vaccinate, then you're a fucking idiot. I'm not saying you have to put every single thing in your body and, you know, trust people and stuff like that. As we talked in the last video, you know, big pharma, big government, you know, blah blah blah. But like, if you just like, bro, let's leave polio in the past. You know, I don't want to have polio. I don't want that to make a comeback. You know, now with some, I don't know. I'm just saying. Like, you're an idiot. You are genuinely an idiot if you do not vaccinate or vaccinate your children. They're not putting anything in you except for what's supposed to be there. Chill out. Next up, you're an idiot if you don't think this ramen that you can't really see because of the lighting. Damn it, come on, light better. If you don't think this ramen looks bussin', you're an idiot. No, but for real though, if you don't let your kids watch SpongeBob, I don't let my kids watch SpongeBob, you're a fucking idiot, bro. Like, and I'm not like saying specifically just SpongeBob. I'm using SpongeBob as the go to. Like, if you don't let your kids watch Adventure Time, if you don't let your kids watch fucking Looney Tunes, The Amazing World of Gumball, Tom and Jerry, fucking every cartoon I can think of off the top of my head, then you're an idiot, you know? And I can't stand you. I actively think less of you if you tell me some shit like I wasn't allowed to watch SpongeBob as a kid, I didn't watch SpongeBob as a kid, or I won't let my children watch SpongeBob. Because, like, bro, shut the fuck up. You know what SpongeBob taught me? Honestly, it taught me friendship. It taught me, positivity above all else. It taught me, honestly, to be okay with being a wage slave. I'm perfectly fine working in my, it's not a dead end job, but I'm not a NASA scientist either. I am perfectly fine working my job because SpongeBob, That shit bussin'. Bussin'. So it's ramen noodles, right? And it's 2 shrimp packets, whole bunch of seasonings. I did like pepper, salt, the huge. I also put some Mexican cheese in here with some corn as well. Some like Mexican corn and stuff. That shit good. That shit good. You gonna put your foot in my food, dude. Back off. Anyways. But yeah. If you don't let your kid watch SpongeBob, or whatever your SpongeBob is, I don't let my kid watch Bluey. I don't let my kid watch My Little Pony. What else? What other like kid shows are there? I don't know, other kid shows like that. You're an idiot. You just are. And I can't stand you. Ooh, this one's a good one. So up next is if you raise iPad kids. I'm not saying if you are an iPad kid. If you're an iPad kid, I genuinely feel bad for you. I genuinely think you were robbed of a childhood. But no, I'm saying if you are raising iPad kids, you are a fucking idiot. You do not have the parenting skills to just entertain your child for like 5 minutes, so you just shove a phone in front of their screen, an iPad, a TV, a video game, whatever. Now, I'm not saying go 100% the other way. I think that people who, do not let their children have any phones or any computers or any games or any of them video games, blah, blah, blah. I think if you go super hard the other way, you're kind of an idiot too. I think there's a delicate balance, and if they want to, like me, for instance, I played sports growing up. I played baseball and I played football. I also played a lot of GTA and Ratchet and Clank and Devil May Cry and God of War. Seriously, this ramen is bussin', straight up bussin', man. Sexual style. No, I don't know. But anyways, no, if you are raising iPad children, please do not have children. If you plan to raise iPad children, if you're like, oh, well, my mom just always popped me down in front of the TV and I was happy. That's not a good thing, bro. That like stop. Don't do that. That's not a good thing. Like, don't do that. Up next is if you refuse to better yourself or improve as a person. If you think like once you reach a certain age, that means that you're just locked in, like not the good kind of locked in, like the bad kind of locked in. If you think that when you reach a certain age, you are done learning, you are done improving, you are done becoming who you are, you're an idiot. Genuinely. I hate you, If you think like, oh, childhood is where you're supposed to learn all that stuff, yes, absolutely, it is. But you can continue developing. Like used to, I used to have some very not PC, very not safe for work thoughts about certain types of things. And over the years, I've developed my opinions and changed my opinions. I've either, planted myself like a tree on some of them or changed myself on some of them. But if you think that, like, oh, there's no, changing who you are. Yes, there is, you idiot. Yes, there is. You can change who you are. Grandpa can become less racist. That's I know I just keep harping on racism, but I really just hate it, okay? But, like, saying, like, oh, that's just how they grew up. Okay, again, I know I just keep harping on racism, but I was born in the deep south, South Carolina. It wasn't like Georgia or Alabama, mind you, but it was South Carolina. I was born in the deep South, and let me just say it like this: I certainly had influencers, like people of influence, over me who did not have very good thoughts and very good opinions on certain people of certain pigmentations. That being said, I was able, even at a young age, to look at them and see, like, hey, this isn't right. This is wrong. You can change who you are. You can be a better person. Like, never stop trying to be a better person. That doesn't have a cap. That doesn't have an age limit. Alright, next up is, my name's blank, but I spell it blank. Oh my gosh. If you were one of those people, like, genuinely, if you were one of those people, fucking doors over there, bro. Like I said in the last video, doors right there. Actually, technically, it's right there, but I'm just saying, like, for instance, my name is Tyler, okay? Tyleo. And first of all, I'm not necessarily, like, saying, like, oh, if your name is spelled differently, I'm not calling you out. Your name's spelled differently, your name's spelled differently. I'm saying if you're the type of person to be like, my name's Cynthia with a Y. My name's Darren with 3 R's or something, I don't know, some shit like that. Then you are an idiot, Anywho, but, like, no. And specifically, motherfuckers out here named Devin. Y'all really out here named Devin? Oh my god. You just cooked from day one, bro. You're an idiot. Like, just accept it. I'm sorry to tell you this. I'm sorry to be the one. But, like, motherfuckers out here really be named Devin. No, but you're an idiot if you choose to constantly specify how to spell your name. Now, if you're asked, how do you spell your name? That's different. And again, I'm not necessarily calling out if you just have a different spelling name. But let me just bring up Tyler, okay? Am I biased on that spelling? Tyler? Yeah. I'm biased. It's my name. But there's motherfuckers out here who really have the name Tylar and Tylor. Tyler and Tylor. Y'all are fucking idiots, Like, who out here is like, I want to name my kid Tyler, but it's got to be unique. Everybody's named Tyler. Let's name him something different. Meanwhile, dyslexic Bob over here is like, I have an idea. Oh my god, no. I can't stand it, man. I can't stand it. And then I heard the worst ones yet. Apparently, a friend of mine knew a kid back in, like, high school or middle school or whatever the hell it was, named Tyler, Toylar, Toylar, and said Tyler, like, pronounced Tyler. What? Toylar? Motherfucker, your name Toilet, that's what I'm calling you from now on, because your name is Toilet. Fucking Toilet, get the fuck out. Alright, and number 15. If you fell for it, again, if you fell for any of this rage bait, then, like, you fucking fell for it. I'm sorry that you're such an idiot that we can't be out here having, like, debates and shit. We can't be out here having talking. You're a fucking idiot, man. You're a fucking idiot. So, that was my list. You're an idiot part 2. What y'all think? Again, let me know. Let's have a debate in the comments. Let's talk. Let's chat. I tried to be a lot more brisk with this one. Some of them I kind of went into detail, but some of them, like, I think one clip was like fucking 45 seconds or something. But I don't know. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe, hype my video, man. Hype my video. Seriously, like, apparently that really helps. I don't know how it all works, but apparently it really helps. So hype my video, and all that. And let me let me head out. I've been scavenging excuse me, sorry. I've been scavenging reviews, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. Like I said, do the YouTube shit. And I will catch y'all on the next one. Peace.